Hey everyone, Myra here from Urban Lux again. So this is my third tutorial on preparing your file for Payvment. So this is a CSV file I downloaded from Etsy, and I showed you this in a previous recording. Etsy has a few fields. They have title, description, price, currency code, quantity, tags, materials, and then 5 images. You will need to take this file and edit it because you won't be able to use it in the bulk uploader for Payvment until you edit it. If you try to upload it, you're going to get an error saying that it's not accepted. So let me show you what the edited CSV file looks like. So you notice here, title has been changed to name. Description is still description, but you'll notice that all the titles are lowercase. Price is still price. Currency code changes to just currency. Quantity gets abbreviated. You have 5 images over here, but you notice that I have a few other fields here. And actually, I'm going to move this into full view. Let me just open it up, and I will explain these. So is the quantity limited? You have options of 0 and 1 in this field. 0 is off. 1 is on. So remember, whenever you see a 0 and a 1, 0 is off, 1 is on. So is the quantity unlimited? I put it to 0. My weight options are only in pounds. You can use decimals for your weight. So if your item is not a full pound, you can use like a quarter of a pound. So you just got to figure that out. My weight units obviously in pounds, as I just stated. You will need to create a SKU for your product. I just used random numbers and letters. I just went down. I have 32 products listed on this sheet. I just started assigning. I left type alone in the client product. I also left blank for all the fields. These are my images. You can leave them the same. They're from Etsy. I moved tags over. So these are my same tags from Etsy. My item is not taxable, thus it's 0. I do have free shipping on for one item because this item right here, this ebook, let me just open it up. It's a digital item, so it's free shipping. I'm not going to charge for shipping, so I have it on. And as far as the shipping method, I put no shipping. There's several codes. I'm going to show you the codes you can use. This is for flat rate additional. So let's say configure a flat rate, and let me just show you what I did, where I did that. So the second product here. Let me see if I can bring it up so you can see. So under no shipping. Okay, so I set the shipping method as flat. This is the cost of shipping. So you'll see here, flat rate. And then if it's shipped with additional items, it's a dollar amount. You don't use the dollar signs and you don't have to use the decimals unless you have, like, you're charging $1.25. You would enter it without decimals. The next field is featured. So again, 0 is off, 1 is on. So you can select which items you want to feature in your Payvment. Category code. There's a couple codes. I'm going to show you where you can get that. These are specific Payvment codes. So just you have to find your category code and enter it here under the category code. Then the client category is actually your category section in Payvment. So here you can enter whatever you want your categories to be. So you can match them up to the categories you have on Etsy. But since Etsy does not download it in the CSV, you need to manually enter it. Just make sure you type it consistent titles or categories for each product. So if you use uppercase for, let's say, foundation, and then if you use a lowercase, you're going to end up with 2 different categories. So you want to make sure you use the same case in all of them. Enable additional quantities, and this is basically if it's out of stock, will you allow your clients to still purchase it? So I'm going to show you where all these codes are. So this is my Facebook fan page, or sorry, my Facebook page, my personal page, and you get to this by clicking on home, and you can access Payvment from your apps here. I'm going to click that, and it's going to take me back to Payvment. So when you click on new products here, okay, I'm going to click on CSV bulk import. And if you read the message on the top, it says, please upload a CSV file You can use the form below to upload a CSV file containing your product data. Click here to see documentation. So let's click here. And if we scroll down on this documentation, here are all these CSV columns, okay? So your field names have to be typed out exactly as they appear here if you're going to use them, okay? It will tell you if the field is required. It will also tell you what the default is, product or value range, and then they give you comments. The comments are really useful. So let's go back here and let's look at one of the titles here. So let's look up this. Which one do we want to do? Let's do client product because I did not configure that one. So client product ID. This is if you wanted to add a product ID to your product here. So let's expand it. Okay, there it goes. So let's say you had a specific product ID for your shop. You would enter it there. It could be a numerical value, and it's optional. Your first image is required, but the next 4 images aren't. As far as, let's see, let's look at the shipping where it says is shipping free and shipping method here, and flat rate and additional. So these are here. We're going to look at these fields right here. Right here, okay? So I'm going to scroll down here and it's going to say, okay, is it free shipping? So remember, 0 is off. So 0 for items that have standard shipping, and 1 is for items that are free shipping, okay? Shipping method. You are only allowed these specific values, and they need to be typed exactly the way they appear. So they need to be typed in all caps. If there's a underscore, you need to use an underscore, no spaces. It needs to appear exactly the same way it is here. These are your only options, okay? Handling charges. If you're going to charge a handling charge, you can actually add another column and just add handling charge. The same with this handling charge additional. If you're using flat rate, which I am, you need to have the column titled flat rate here. And this is the flat rate cost of shipping the item. So here you're actually entering a dollar amount. Okay. And as you remember, the first item I have here is free. So let's go here. So this is my flat rate is $2. Right. And then it says flat rate additional. This is the flat rate cost I would charge if someone purchases another item and purchases this item also. And I'm just using the same rates I use in my Etsy shop, so I'm not reinventing the wheel, okay? As far as the category codes go, okay, this field right here. This field's important because this is how it will allow for searches of your product. And you'll see here it says category code. We're going to they have a category code appendix. Let's open that because you need to figure out where your product falls. So for example, I have makeup, so I would look under health and beauty, and there's a bunch of codes. Okay, there's health and beauty, home and garden, luggage, mature. Basically, I'm going to look under health and beauty. And what I did was I just kind of searched this. You got to give this some thought. This isn't something you're going to do like on the fly. But I looked under makeup and makeup tools. And what I did is for eyeshadows, I used the eyeshadow code. For mascara, I used the mascara code, foundation, etc. Okay, so that's this category code right here. Okay, so you're going to find your category code. Wherever you fall, go back up. Wherever you fall in this category here, you can find it in here. Okay, I'm going to go back to Payvment. Because next, I'm going to talk about this client category right here. Right here, because remember, this is my shop categories now. It's taking a little, there it goes. Okay, so the field is called client category name. All right, and again, that's your shop sections. You have a minimum of, or a max of 100 characters. You can use spaces, and it's displayed in your storefront, okay? If you want to use any of the other codes here, you can go ahead and add it as a column. I don't think it really matters where it appears because some of this I don't have in the correct order. But when you do save this, whether you do it in Excel or you do it in Google Docs, you need to save it as a CSV file. Okay, so basically I would do just File, Save As, and then select CSV as your format and save it somewhere you'll find this. I'm going to save it to my desktop right now. I'm going to continue. And it's saved. So now I'm going to quit Excel. Since I already saved it, I'm not going to save it. Alright, so now what I would do is I would go back to my Payvment shop here and I would just browse for the file. There it goes. Open. I'll upload. Once you do that, there's this importer status. It's going to tell you if it fails, if it has a problem. And as you can see, I had a notice here because there was a problem with some of my code, so I had to go back in and fix it. My second attempt was successful, and this is what I ended up with. All my products here in the right categories with their prices and the images. It was quick. It was easy. So if I go back to my Facebook fan page, and I click on Shop Urban Luxe here. It takes a little while to pull up, but it does pull up. You're going to see my shop and the way it appears. Alright, so now if we go back to Payvment, so to add Payvment to your storefront now, you can either click on Settings and click on Pages. I have a few fan pages. I have my Fairy Godmother Initiative page, and I have Urban Luxe and this other page. Basically what you would do is you would turn the store on by clicking Turn Store On and click Yes, Launch It. You need to install the app on your page, so you want to make sure you did that before you start configuring all of this. I'm making it my primary page on Urban Luxe. Now it is also on my Fairy Godmother Initiative. So when I go back to my fan page, I can actually configure my links here. And here it is under Shop Urban Luxe. Okay, so I hope you found this tutorial useful. And if you have any questions, be sure to contact me.